Hi guys, this is Tony from ImGonnaUke. Sorry, I know it's been a while, but I've been busy with just different holiday things and family things. But I wanted to give you the short tutorial on a wonderful song that I love to sing, especially at New Year's Eve. And the name of the song is called "What Are You Doing New Year's Eve?" And so I really like this song because it's kind of a jazzy style. I definitely like the version or the performance by Zooey Deschanel, which I think a lot of people like because she plays it on the ukulele. And so I wanted to give a quick tutorial or a play along of how to play this song. It's not that difficult as far as the strumming and the styling of it. There's a couple of maybe less common chords, so I would definitely consider this song kind of an intermediate level as far as the difficulty. The chords, they're not difficult to play, they're just not common, so we're just not used to them. But I'll point out a couple of the trouble spots in the song and then play through the song and kind of show you how you can play it. All right, let's just get into the song. Now, because it's a jazz song, it does use a lot of dominant seventh chords. So like an A7, a G7, a B7, even an F sharp 7. So they're not difficult by themselves, but they're just not common, so we're not used to playing these chords a lot. But one of the trouble spots is there's a quick chord change from an F sharp 7 to a B7. Now, if you look at your F sharp 7 in a chord chart, typically you play it this way. In a B7, typically you'll bar it and play it this way. I mean, there are cheater ways to play B7, but try your best to play a bar B7 if you can. But if you look at these two chords, because in the song you play an F sharp 7 and then immediately change to a B7, so you can kind of smooth out that transition or that change. If you look at it, F sharp 7, because it is a closed chord shape, meaning you're holding all four strings, so you can actually bar this first fret and it doesn't change the sound, right? You're still pressing down that first string on the first fret for this F sharp 7, but if you try to bar it, or at least maybe half bar it, it makes that next little baby step to a B7 a lot easier because you can slide your barring finger, slide it down one fret, and then just put your second finger on that third string on the third fret to play that B7. So it just makes that transition a little bit easier. So whenever you're changing chords, especially if you're having a hard time, look for some spots or some of the finger positions that are close or very, very similar, and then try to minimize the movement that you need to, and it'll smooth out those chord changes. The next trouble spot is there's a C sharp minor. Now there's a lot of different ways to play C sharp minor. So like one way you'll see in a chord chart is like this, but let's not kill ourselves and break our fingers. Just play it the easier way, it's all right. So we know our B minor is here. If we slide down one fret, that's our C minor. We slide down one more fret, there's a C sharp minor, okay? Because there is a key change in the middle of the song for a bridge. So we're gonna play a C sharp minor, back up to F sharp minor, and A minor. And the last trouble spot, well, it's not really a trouble spot, it's just some of the tag endings into the verses play a chord progression, which is a nice jazz chord progression. So usually you'll play an A major, a D sharp diminished seventh, which sounds complicated, but it's actually much easier to play, and then a D minor, and then an E7, and then it starts back into the next verse. So those are great little chord progressions. They give it that jazzy sound. So there's a couple of different variations of that, or of these chord progressions that are used to tag or to end each verse. And like I said before, this is an intermediate level song, so I'm just pointing out some of the difficult areas or things that we don't commonly encounter and help you get through this song. I don't know what you guys do for your New Year's Eve. Maybe let me know in the comments below. Usually I just pass out on the couch watching TV, but this is a fun song to sing. And once you learn it, then you can play it from now on. All right, let's get ready to play along. If you didn't already, click the link in the description for the chord chart and then maybe have it up at the same time while you're playing through. So I'm going to play through the song at a tempo. And if you don't get it all through the first time, that's fine. Just kind of rewatch it and try to play all the chord changes at tempo. It does take a little bit of practice, a little bit of time, but you can get it in a short amount of time and play it for New Year's Eve. So I'm gonna play it at tempo and give a short intro of an A major, a D sharp diminished seventh, a D minor, an E7, and then back to A, which rolls right into verse 1. All right? So I hope you're ready. So here we go. Maybe it's much too early in the game, but I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing New Year's Eve? Who's gonna be the one to hold you tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock at night? Welcoming in the new year, New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of 1,000 invitations you receive. Oh, but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's Eve? What are you doing New Year's Eve? Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't already, go ahead and subscribe. And as always, God bless and Happy New Year.